Hi, welcome to this video. I'm Thierry Nivelet from FoxInCloud with a terrible French accent, as you can hear, and I will present you this video about an application that is currently working in production with FoxInCloud. So this video we'll have three videos about this application. This first video will be focusing on the user's point of view. We'll have two other videos. One will be more focusing on the development point of view with a lot of code and explanation on how this application works. And the third video will be more focused on how the application can be deployed in production. The application we'll be talking about was developed for an American company called Shipment Trackers Incorporated. And this company is specialized in, as explained here, specialized in gathering, appending, and managing key shipment data required to better understand and control elements of the dynamic supply chain. Namely, it means that SCI will gather the invoices for his clients from the carriers and will arrange to check that the invoices are correct, modify the amount if necessary, and feedback to both the client and the carrier. This application is here in this on the web, and we will demonstrate how it's dedicated to invoice payment, like people from the shipment trackers client will log into this application, check the invoices, and give approval. Let's see how it works. So obviously, we will be able to connect either as a carrier or a client or a shipment tracker employee. Uh, let's first connect as a shipment tracker employee, and we will demonstrate later how we can connect as someone else. So here we are connected as an employee of this company. As you can see, there are many other companies in this application, and the application basically presents a list of invoices. The challenge is with how we can find an invoice in this large list, because obviously here you can see that we have a total of 2,000 invoices just for this client. And so how can we do? We can either sort the list on, by default the list is sorted on the date. Well, we could also sort on the due date, for instance. And we could also sort on the amount. Like here, the list is sorted on the amount, decreasing amount, and we can also sort on the increasing amount. Obviously, all the sorting here is made on the total set of invoices, not only on the invoices that we can see here. Actually, the application shows a subset of the invoices. Here we have 50 invoices per page, and we have a certain number of pages. We can also choose something like 20 invoices, and the less invoice we show, the faster the application. So let's step down to 20 invoices. So once you've filtered, you may also have another way to find the invoices is to filter. You can, for instance, on this particular company, you would be able to filter on divisions, and you immediately know the number of invoices on this division. For instance, if I click here, if I click here, I will filter on a particular division, which is, as it was announced, 510 invoices. Or I can filter on a carrier with exactly the same principle, or I can filter on an account or a payer, etc., etc. I can also filter on amount, and what is more interesting is I can filter on the date. I can maybe narrow down the date range for the invoices that I will be presenting on the. So for instance, I can take all the invoices for 2013 very easily. I will go from the 1st of January to the 31st of December, and in this status, um, I only have two applicable invoices. Okay, now at any time I can remove all the filters I have to have the total uh, invoice set that I have in my database, and I can change the history for this. I can have only the most recent paid invoices, or I can have every invoices. Of course, the more invoice you manage, the slower the application. In this particular case, we have 20,000 invoices for $159 million, which is quite a fair amount. So let's get back to 3 months. Okay, so once I have found, and there are other ways to find invoices, and we'll see that later on. But once I have found one that suits my need, I can see the details for this invoice. In this particular case, uh, it's uh, it's an invoice by UPS, and I'm able to type some notes about this invoice, like FoxInCloud, FoxInCloud test. And if I do this, then this invoice will go to the okay, and later on I can get this invoice back. It means it says that me as a user have created this node at this particular time. And what is interesting is that I can maybe I want to take another invoice like this one, which was already approved. Okay, it was approved for payment, and what I can do, I can type an additional invoice here, an invoice note here. Okay, oops, sorry, I'm gonna remove this, and I can email the everything to. You see here, this is the note I've just created, and I can email this invoice history with some notes to someone else to explain maybe why I had to make some changes or to annotate this invoice. So I can maybe send to FoxInCloud and select send. Okay, the invoice, the email was successfully sent to FoxInCloud support with a copy to the user. Okay, so let's see if this invoice is the email is coming in. So let's get here, and yes, this email has just come in, and you see here we have the notes that we've just created. Oh, by the way, this is a HTML email, which is quite this is quite pleasant, and you get it. Everything is really nice. Okay, so let's get back to this form. I have also the ability to see the PDF for this invoice. Okay, I do have the PDF for this invoice, and I can see it here. I can maybe check the amount and everything I need from here. And whenever I go to, oh, let's copy this. Okay, this number here. Well, I will do this way. And whenever I go, maybe I want to audit this invoice, then I will search it by doing so. Okay, see here I have typed the invoice number, and I get it here. And whenever I audit it, I have the full view on this invoice. I have the PDF here, and I can see all the notes, and I can maybe make an adjustment. Like here, we've made an adjustment of minus 10%, and I will maybe do another adjustment of minus, say, $5, And this will, I need to explain why I do this adjustment. So I will say that it's a FoxInCloud test. Okay, here is the note I've just typed in, and the amount now is 694 for this invoice. So if I close this form, I will see that the invoice, the amount has changed to 694. Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, let's get back. So now I will change from audit mode. I will remove this and I will get back to the original view and see what I can do with the GL coding. The GL coding is a functionality that allows me to assign general ledger coding to the invoices. And here, for instance, I would say no, it's not 100%, but it's only 80% for this amount, this account. And then I have a second line that appears automatically, and I just need to assign this line to an account. Like, let's say I will take maybe this one, and here I will say, oh, it's a test. Oops, sorry, I should have typed test. Right, now I can save that, and now the coded amount is equal to the invoice amount. So this is great. I can close the form, and this is updated in real time, and I can get back here and see exactly what I have done recently. Okay, so that's the main functionality of this when dealing with the invoices. What we can do here too is to, let's say, we'll filter on this carrier, and we want to have a PDF report of these 8 invoices for this carrier. Here we are. We have the PDF invoice report for the 8 invoices that we had. Or we could also have an Excel report. I mean, we can either export as a PDF, Excel, or we can also do some text file. Okay, let's take an Excel file. Okay, that's correct. And now it's opening right now, and we do have this Excel file coming in. It's already open. What is even more interesting is that we can copy this list of invoice here and get back here, clear everything here, and retrieve these invoices later on. We just paste them here and say OK, and we get exactly the same list as we had a moment ago. Oh, these are really nice functionalities to search for invoices and to figure out. Okay, the basic functionality of this form is to allow an invoice for payment. If I do so, here, what has changed is that I have, you see this invoice here. Oh, wait a second. Okay. So I have this invoice here for 2 invoices by UPS supply chain that were approved for payment. Now I can pay them. If I pay them, they will be okay, and I'm no longer allowed to modify them. It means that now, as you can see here, this is now, I can change it. I can't change it anymore. I can change that because it's disabled now, because it's being paid. It's pending for payment, so I can't change it anymore. Okay, as I'm an administrator for this application, I will be able to manage the user's right here. So by default in this form, I have my own account that will be popping up But I can take maybe another account. Let's take a demo account so that I can show you what can be done. Yes, this one is a demo account. Okay. Oh, this is a demo account, and what is interesting is that I can display the password if someone has forgotten it. I can modify here anything I want, like department, and if ever I change anything, I have the save button that comes up, and if I save, I have the close button that comes up, or a new user. And I can also modify the user's right. For instance, in this particular case, this user only has rights on a single company, which is ABC, and I may want to add another company and say, okay, I want to grant you rights. Oh, as you can see here, everything will, okay, URL to approve, dispute, approve, and you can do that on any division. Only which carrier should I take for? I can say maybe the FedEx carrier. It's easy to remember. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Oops, this one. Okay, and all the accounts. And I can save that. Okay, and now if I close the form, everything will be updated here. You see here? Now the all division, two carriers, all accounts, and the two companies on which I have rights. ABC, oops, sorry, or MySQL. Yeah, either one. Fine. Okay, now we can close that. And now, by the way, here you can see that I am a single user connected to the application for now. And if I go there, I have um, FoxInCloud Application server status. And if I update this, I can see that I'm the single user connected. I've been connected for 20 minutes, and it's me. It's me, and I have my session ID, and I know that I use Mozilla on a Macintosh on a Mac OS. Okay. By the way, I have all the informations here, like how many forms are instantiated, which are the tables used in these forms, etc., etc. So, pretty interesting information for debugging or seeing what is necessary. Now what I'm going to do is connect to the same application with another account, which will be, say, a client account. So let's go to another browser. Maybe I can take Safari and say that, okay, let's take this. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, here we are. Okay, so as you can see here, now I have two users connected to the application. Okay, and if I go back to my status page, I should be able to see that. Right, I have two users connected. And if I go here, as soon as I make an action, I can see that there's someone else connected to the application. My user is connected right now, and I know from how long it's been connected, from which IP is connected. Okay? So let's go back to this client user. As a client user, I only have one company I can deal with because I belong to this company. Okay? So I can do almost the same operations as we saw, and I can see what is pending, and what is pending is what has been made a minute ago, okay, by the other user. What I can do now is maybe approve this invoice. I can approve it. So I can maybe copy this invoice number because I'm gonna search it in the other account. Okay, I say about. Okay, now it's validated. It's in the database. So I can go to my other account and search for this invoice. Okay, and I will see that it's been approved by Amway user and it's been approved for payment by Amway user. But so as another user has modified it by design in this application, I'm not able to change it. I can't change it. I can see the notes telling that Amway user has done such and such operation, but I'm not able to change it. That's the way this application works. Now, I can even connect with another account, like a carrier account. Now, let's say that I'm a UPS user now. Sorry. Okay. Great. Oh, you can see here, I have now 3 users connected. Of course, if I go to the status page, you will have the 3 users connected. Okay, 3 users connected. What I'm going to do now is work on a UPS carrier to make sure that everything works okay. So let's go to UPS, okay, and let's modify, okay, let's modify this one. A40, oh, sorry, I will copy the invoice number and I will approve it. So now if I move to another invoice, it's recorded in the database. So now if I go here and I will get the information just as I did. But anyway, I'm not able to modify it. Okay, but I can see the details. Well, I think I have shown you this application in 3 different browsers. Like here we have Chrome. We also have seen it in Safari and also in Firefox. And I hope this demo was fine for you, that everything was clear, and I hope to see you soon. In the next demo will be, which will be dedicated to the code that runs behind that, which obviously is FoxPro code and the FoxInCloud application server. Okay, see you soon then. Bye.